Well, yeah, I mean, speaking of the gay community, there was a Dwight Howard situation where the transsexual woman accused Dwight Howard of a relationship, and apparently they met at Wild 'N Out. I guess she was there, and then they played the clip of Dwight Howard
twerking
on
Wild 'N Out,
twerking on Wild 'N Out.
And then we got Candy on the show. Candy's one of the cast members who is a member of the LGBTQ community, but also a straight gangster from Compton with the nails and all that. And like while Dwight's twerking, Candy's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Yo, was this Dwight's come out party?"
Yeah, but it was the way those pieces all fit together was so crazy. It
was unbeknownst to me. But I mean, to me, honestly, if you ask my honest opinion, again, because I love everyone and think people should just be open and be themselves, I haven't heard what he said, but I think it'd be so dope, so genius if Dwight Howard came out and was like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I like transsexuals.
Yeah, I like transsexuals. So what? I still dunk on your ass.
Yeah.
You don't want to, I'm 7 foot. I will punch you in your shit. Like, but this is what I like to do at night. Like, yo, there would be statues of this motherfucker. It'd be like he's already an NBA legend, but he'd go down in history. It'd be the statue of Dwight Howard. It'd be like a basketball in one hand and a dick in the other.
I mean, well, transsexuals are kind of very, very interesting because I remember I had met, I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and at the party, she was like friends with this one transsexual. So you know, the three of us got into this conversation about it. And the way she was explaining it to me was that men don't view her as a woman, not as a gay, like a man doesn't feel gay when he's with her.
Right.
Because men want to view her as a woman.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's kind of a very complex.
Yeah, it's difficult for me to understand.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Yeah, like as a straight man, I don't understand none of it.
Yeah,
but
hey, to each his own, man. That's what I mean. Like, I don't care. Like, that's like Dwight. I don't know if I don't know if it is or whatever, but I don't really care. Like, I want to see him shoot a basketball. I don't care what he do with his shit at night. Like, that's not my business.
I mean, look, like, if you look at one of the hottest rap crews overall of the last 10 years, I mean, you have to include Odd Future.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Frank Ocean is out of the closet. Tyler, the Creator, is apparently gay as well.
I think he's playing with that, though.
I don't think so.
I think he got to be careful with that, though, man.
Not from what I heard.
Really?
Not from what I heard.
This is my only thing with that.
Not from what I heard.
Like with him and Jaden and my boyfriend and then like Justin Bieber said, that's gonna start like the LGBTQ community is going.
He said that he's been kissing white boys since he was 15 in one of his songs, and I did a little bit of research myself.
Really?
And yeah, apparently.
I mean, to each his own. I'm just saying.
And that's cool.
If you faking the funk, that's also on some cultural appropriation stuff too.
He never. If you take a look, he's never really claimed to be into girls.
Yeah.
You don't see him with girls or girlfriends. He has no kids and so forth. Now you look at Frank
Ocean.
Hold
to him.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You look at Frank Ocean. You look at Tyler, the Creator, and then you also look at what is Sid the?
Oh yeah, from the internet.
From the internet, who's also part of that crew. This is essentially a gay hip hop crew who's popping. Yeah. Who's been popping. You know what I mean? And they kind of managed to sort of slip in under the radar without everyone totally noticing. Because I'd also heard there's some other people in the crew who are gay, who are kind of, not really out there like that. But like, yeah, this is essentially a gay, the prominent members, not just like the roadie, like the prominent members being gay, or bisexual, however you want to say it. Yeah. And it has not affected them at all. And
I think this generation doesn't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
think it's cool, man. I'm not tripping.
I think it's just, like to me, honestly, I could speak on it. My generation coming up, those were like, it was taboo to talk about it. Like even my own family members, sometimes you wouldn't even claim them because we were scared. It was true homophobia. We didn't want to be associated with it. And I had to learn and grow. Obviously, you know, I was a kid then, but like once, you know, you use terms that today would just be ignorant to use. But back then, like it was you were the butt of a joke, or you know, I have family members that are open, living a lifestyle. And to me, I much rather be around somebody who's open and flamboyant than someone who's living a lie. So looking back at it now, like, man, look how brave they were at that time. But now, today, it's like, nobody cares. Like, we don't, like, I personally now, like, I don't care if someone's gay or transsexual or transgendered or
live your truth, man.
Yeah, as long as you happy.
Live your truth. And honestly, I think that, you know, from what I've seen in my life, I think it's a lot more dangerous to try to suppress those feelings, and it starts to kind of materialize in really fucked up ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you see...
That's what I'm talking about. That
when
darkness.
you see like gay bashers who are secretly gay themselves, and that
like
type of weird...
those preachers and stuff that come out and like condemn the homosexual community, and turn out they was having like all type of crazy kinky parties and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
man. I'd rather that, man.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, again, at the end of the day, who are we to judge?
Nah,
we have no business judging anyone, because we all have our own dark stuff.
Right.
We all have our own skeletons. We all have our own crosses that we have to bear and things that we're dealing with. So I don't have enough energy to be worrying about what someone else is doing with their sexual life.